Ed and myself are here today to talk about the EY Global Regulatory Outlook report recently published. Ed, in your forward locally, I think you described the regulatory environment as both tumultuous and opportunistic. Maybe you'd like to share your thoughts.
Yeah, so we live in very uncertain times, kind of big issues at a macroeconomic level, geopolitical risks really coming to the fore, climate being a kind of growing concern, and a little bit more optimistically, we're seeing a lot of change from a technology perspective, and all of that is driving a complex and challenging agenda and regulatory and supervisory focus. So this report attempts to make a bit of sense of that and help financial services firms really understand what regulators and supervisors are currently and will be focused on in the future. So thinking about operational and financial resilience, what they're expecting from a governance and oversight perspective, and in Ireland we can see that kind of really manifesting with the individual accountability framework. What's expectations around digitalisation and digital assets, both from a resilience perspective but also from a conduct perspective. And again, the central bank, I think, will cover some of that with the forthcoming Consumer Protection Code update, and also increasing demands and expectations around climate change, which I know is an area that you're very familiar with. What did you take out of the report?
Yeah, I think Harold Macmillan's Events, Dear Boy Events is what resonated for me. So a lot of regulatory change now as a result of a very big year in terms of events 2023. I mean, in particular for me, it was the focus now on the core elements of financial services, liquidity and the impact of technological change in terms of the speed of withdrawal of deposits and what that can mean for bank failures or bank bailouts, credit, in particular counterparty credit as a result of geopolitical events, and also climate risk, as you say, Ed, and also operational risk, as you highlighted, and the resilience, particularly from cyber risk and AI and other technological developments, as well as events that are occurring globally.
And we're fortunate to have a sneak preview of the annual CRO survey, and I think there's a degree of resonance between the two things.
Very much so, and it was interesting to see the CRO's role being described as both fire watcher and fortune teller. It's a big brief on the risk management agenda these days.
Yes, and as part of that, we can see that CROs are concerned about meeting regulatory and supervisory expectations, and certainly the Outlook report attempts to provide a bit of a map for that and help firms proactively build the capabilities that are required to meet regulatory and supervisory expectations, and in doing so, hopefully make that a bit more effective and efficient and free up capacity for the opportunities that are out there, which you touched on at the start.
Great to catch up with you.
Thanks, Fidelma.